So, Glory, let's talk about all our listeners. We get a lot of questions on, oh my God, how's Pilsen? It's so hot. I want to invest there. But you started in 98. So give us just a visual. What was it like in 98? Do you have any remembrance of pricing and just what the area was like? Can you paint that picture for us? And we'll take it from there.
Absolutely, guys. Again, thank you. So your listeners kind of know what it was like in late 90s. I was trying to buy in Pilsen, having already purchased in Humboldt. And a lot of people were dissuading me that were down here that were realtors for one reason or another. But the housing stock was pretty neglected. And I'm talking the vaulted sidewalks. If nobody knows what that is, the vaulted sidewalks are a result of raising this level of the city by over 6 feet from 1900 to 1930s through the WPAs. And they were burying sewer pipe. And so the problem is that you had this disparity between the original level of the city and now the higher level. So everything is six steps down from the new sidewalks to your extant property. So these vaulted sidewalks have been around for probably 60 years and were starting to all fail. So you'd walk around and in the Pilsen sidewalks, you would have a bunch of doors covering huge holes that would go down 6.5 feet. And you basically had a really, really rough urban environment as far as kids playing, and there's, you couldn't cover all these holes perfectly. That was one issue. It was like you're walking down half concrete, half covered up holes, and then the housing was really neglected. It wasn't a happening neighborhood. And there was a lot of brick neglect and a lot of roofing neglect. And as I've heard said, and I think it's pretty true, fires don't bring down buildings. It's the water. And there was a lot of heavy water damage over the years. So you're dealing with a lot of high ticket items that you have to deal with. And
so what attracted you? Why? This doesn't sound awesome.
I think because when you're a kid who's making it through your $35,000 a year job and you really want some property, you have to buy what you can. And I noticed that when I was in Logan Square, Humboldt, you're about 2,400 west, about 2,400 north. Well, Pilsen's 1,800 south and 1,600 west, so you're closer to downtown. So I'm like, well, geographically, Pilsen is an easier deal for somebody who works downtown. Plus, you have the medical center, which had all the hospitals: Rush, UIC, Cook County, American Psychiatric Hospital, or the Illinois Psychiatric Hospital. A lot of employers around here. So I'm like, and it has a train system going right through it. So I figured if Bucktown and Wicker Park popped so extensively in the 80s and 90s, why wouldn't Pilsen eventually pop? And there were a lot of detractors that didn't think so. But I'm like, at this price point, I could kind of deal with it. And the great thing about the neighborhood is a lot of people had nuclear families. And if you had a problem with a gangbanger, you could just talk to somebody's dad and smooth it out. It was a much more enjoyable situation socially than what I had grown up in. So I found it to be very amicable.